So welcome back to the next session. So in the previous session we discussed about probability and statistics, right? So probability, what is probability? Probability is a number. Probability is a number that reflects the chances or the likelihood that a particular event will occur. So today we will begin the session by discussing one of the questions that was asked in CUCET examination 2019 about probability. So I will read the question here. So Ram and Ramesh appeared in an interview for two vacancies. Okay, Ram and Ramesh appeared in an interview for two vacancies in the same department. The probabilities of Ram's selection is 1 by 6. So the probability of Ram's selection is 1 by 6. So there is a chance of 1 by 6 that Ram will be selected for the job, and the probability of Ramesh selection is 1 by 8. The probability that Ramesh will be selected for the job is 1 by 8. The question is, what is the probability that only one of them will be selected? Okay, so you need to find what is the probability that only one of them will be selected. Okay, so this represents that the selection of Ram selection is having a chance of 1 by 6 and Ramesh is having a chance of 1 by 8 for the selection, and you need to find what is the probability that, or what is the chance that only one among these two people will be selected. Okay, so these are the data that are provided in the question. P of Ram, or probability of Ram selection, and P of Ramesh, that is probability of Ramesh selection. Okay, so we need to find probability of selecting only one among these two candidates. Okay, to find the answer, to get the answer for this, first find what is the probability that Ram will be selected for the job. Okay, so that is given in the question itself. So what is the probability that Ram will be selected for the job? Multiply, if Ram is selected, then Ramesh will not be selected. Okay, if Ram is selected, then Ramesh is not going to be selected, which means that the probability of not selecting Ramesh. Okay, so try to understand the logic. Probability of Ram selection into probability of not selecting Ramesh, add probability of Ramesh selection into, if Ramesh is selected, then Ram should not be selected, right? That is P of not Ram. You will get the answer. So you know P of Ram, right? P of Ram is 1 by 6. We should know what is probability of not selecting Ramesh. Okay, probability of not selecting Ramesh. But this one is not given in the question. But in question, you know that probability of selecting Ramesh. You know what is the probability of selecting Ramesh. So that is 1 by 8. If 1 by 8 is the probability of selecting Ramesh, then 1 minus 1 by 8 gives you the probability of not selecting Ramesh. Okay, suppose 1 by 8 is the probability of selecting Ramesh, then 1 minus 1 by 8 gives you the probability of not selecting Ramesh. Because probability is always given within the range of 0 to 1. Okay, so 1 minus 1 by 8 is equal to 8 into 1, 8, 8 minus 1 divided by 8 is equal to 8 minus 1, 7 by 8. Okay, 7 by 8. How to do 1 minus 1 by 8? Cross multiplication. Multiply 8 with 1 is equal to 8. Multiply this value. Here we have, let us assume that it is 1. 1 into 1. Subtract it. Put the operator here. Then divided by denominator into denominator. It is 8. It is 7 by 8. Okay. So probability of not selecting Ramesh is 7 by 8 plus probability of selecting Ramesh. It is given in the question. It is 1 by 8 into probability of not selecting Ram. Probability of not selecting Ram. So you know probability of selecting Ram. How to find probability of not selecting Ram? 1 minus probability of selecting Ram. That is 1 by 6. 1 minus 1 by 6. It is 6 into 1. 6 into 1, 6 minus 1 divided by 6 is equal to 5 by 6. 5 by 6. Solve it. 1 into 1 by 6 into 7 by 8. It becomes 7 by 48 plus 5 by 48 is equal to 12 by 48. 12 by 48 which is equal to 1 divided by 4. So 1 divided by 4 is the answer. Okay. So this question was asked in CVC 2019. So there is a chance of 1 by 4 for selecting only one candidate for the job. So next we will see some of the areas of statistics. Okay, so in this topic we will discuss about finding mean, median, mode, variance and standard deviation. We will discuss how to find mean, median, mode and variance, standard deviation and all. Okay, assume that we have set of elements. It is say 2, 3, 2, 2, 4, 5. These are the set of elements. Mean means finding the average, right? Sum of mean is equal to sum of xi into 1 by n. Okay, so n represents the number of elements in the set. This one gives the sum of all the elements. So here for this set, the mean is 1 by n. What is 1 by n? See how many elements are there in set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 by 6 into sum of a I is equal to 1 by 6 into 2 plus 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus 4 plus 5 is equal to 1 by 6 into 5, 9, 13, 18 is equal to 3. Okay, very easy. Finding mean is finished. Next is finding median. Okay, so median represents the middle element. Okay, so before finding the median, the set or the elements given in the question should be in sorted. Okay, the elements should be sorted in ascending manner. Okay, so we have the set here, sort it in ascending manner, and you find what is the middle value, that becomes the median. Okay, so let us first sort this set. Write the smallest element at the first, 2. Next we have 2 more 2's, 2, 2. Next we have 3, 4 and 5. And you find what is the element at the middle. Okay, if you see this set, we have 2 elements in the middle, right? So 2 and 3, we have 2 elements. If the number of elements in the set are even, then you will get 2 numbers in the middle. If the number of elements in the set are odd, then you will get exactly one element at the middle. In such case, you directly write that element. If you have 2 elements, you just take the average. So median now becomes 2 plus 3 by 2 is equal to 5 by 2 is equal to 2.5. This is how we find median. So mean is finished, median is finished. Next is mode. Okay. Mode gives the number which repeats. Mode gives the number which repeats most of the time in the set. Okay. If you get a set, you see which are the number which repeats in the set. In this set, 2 is repeating 3 times, and 3 is repeating 1 times, and 4 is repeating 1 time, and 5 is repeating 1. So from this, you see which number is repeating more times or larger. So here 2 repeats 3 times, then 2 became the mode of the set. Okay, 2 became the mode of the set. Suppose we will take one more set. let us assume that the elements are 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5. If you see this set, 1 is repeating 1 time, 2 is repeating 2 times, 3 is repeating 2 times, 4 1 time, 5 1 time. In this case, we have multiple modes because 2 and 3 is repeating 2 times. No more element is there which repeats larger than 2, right? Then we have multiple modes. Then the mode of this set becomes mode is equal to 2, 3. Suppose if we had one more 3 here, after 5, if we had a 3, one more 3 here, then this becomes 3, right? Then the mode of this set will be, so the mode of this set is 3 only. Okay, so that's all about your mode. Next is variance. Okay, so there is an equation for finding variance. Variance is denoted as sigma square. Okay, sigma square is equal to sum of x minus mu divided by n. Okay, x minus mu the whole square. The equation for finding variance is sum of x minus mu the whole square divided by n. Here x indicates individual element in the set or data, mu represents the mean of the elements, n represents the total number of elements. Okay, so let us assume that we have an array 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Let it be B. So what actually variance represents, variance tells how these data are spread. If variance is equal to 0, which means that the data given in the data set are similar or they are very closer or they are not that much spread. Okay, a variance that is larger than 0 or as the variance increases, which represents that the data is spreading or there is a huge discrimination among the data. Okay, so first we will find the variance of this data set or this set. Sigma square is equal to sum of x minus mu the whole square divided by n. So first x represents each individual number. Okay, we will find mu. What is the mean? Mean is equal to 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 divided by n. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 9, 49, 20 is equal to 20 by 5 is equal to 4. You got 4. Okay, so 4 mu is equal to 4. Mu is equal to 4. N is equal to 5. And apply the equation. Sum of x minus mu. So first take the first x. X is 2. Initially minus mu. What is mu here? Mu is 4. Find the square. Plus take the next element 3. That is x minus mu. Mu is 4. Find the square. Plus take the next element 4. 4 minus 4. It is 0. Okay, 4 minus 4 raised to 2 and so on. Do all addition and divide by n. What is n here? N is 5. Okay, after doing this calculation, 2 minus 4 the whole square, which is equal to minus 2 whole square, which becomes 4. 3 minus 4 the whole square, it is 1 square or minus 1 square, which is equal to 1. Okay, so do all those calculations and you find the sum, divide that number by 5, you will get sigma square, or we call it as variance. Okay, so this is how we find variance. Okay, once if we get variance, then finding standard deviation is very easy. Okay, finding standard deviation is denoted as sigma. Sigma is equal to root of sigma square. Okay, getting the variance, after getting the variance, if you find the square root of this variance, if you get or find the square root, you will get standard deviation. Okay, so these are some of the important concepts that are required in statistics, and next class we will discuss some topics related to Boolean algebra and K-map simplification and all. So just remember the equations for finding all these things, and that's all. Thank you.